This TradingView indicator finds buy and sell candlestick pattern signals in any market. But most traders use it wrong. So in this video, you will learn how to find and open up the indicator in TradingView. I will show you guys how you can change the settings to improve it. And I will also show you how you can combine the indicator with another one to make it even better. But alright, so let's begin here by opening up a clean chart in TradingView. Right now, as we're speaking, I'm looking at the super microcomputer stock on the daily time frame. And one important thing I want to mention right away is that you can use this indicator on pretty much all time frames. So you can use it on the daily, you can use it on the 1 hour, 5 minute, and so on and so on. But some patterns and some signals will only appear on the daily time frame. So I would say that it's a little bit better to use it on the daily time frame compared to the shorter term time frames. But you can definitely use it on the shorter term time frames as well. But right now, we are on the daily. And if you wonder, what market can you use this indicator in? Well, you can use it in pretty much any market, whether it's crypto, stocks, forex, you name it. But right, so now let's take a look at how to open up the indicator. To find the indicator, you want to go up here to the indicators tab in TradingView, and then you want to search for all candlestick, just like this, and then patterns. And one thing that many of you guys have said before is that for some reason, some people will not see the indicator when you search for this. So what you then need to do, you can try to either search for star all candlestick patterns, just like this, or even try searching for this in your own language if the indicator doesn't come up. Because the indicator we want to open up is this one right here at the top, called all candlestick patterns. And also guys, later on in this video, as I said, I will show you guys another indicator, but for now we just want to open this one up. And as you can see, just like that, you will see multiple signals appearing here on the chart. You will see some signals that are red, like right here and right here. These are sell signals. You will see some signals that are blue, like for example down here. This is a buy signal. And you will also see some signals that are gray, like right here and right here. And this is actually neutral signals, or in other words, these are signals that indicates indecision, that neither the bulls or the bears are in full control. Another thing I can mention right away here is that this indicator, I'm pretty sure, is available on the TradingView free plan, or you might need the TradingView essential plan. But if you don't have access to this indicator, don't worry, because I do have a special link. The link will be both in the top comment as well as the description. And you can use that link to try out TradingView Premium for free for 30 days. Then you will get access to all indicators I will cover in this video and much, much more. And then if you later on decide that you want to upgrade, you will also get a $15 bonus towards your plan. So if you don't have access, make sure to use the link down below. But alright, so now we have the indicator on the chart, but now we need to change a few settings. So to do that, we want to go up here to where it says all patterns up here in the corner, and then you press on the cogwheel, the settings tab. And as you can see, you have tons of different patterns you can choose between. And I will soon show you guys my favorite patterns. But before this, we need to understand the setting at the top here called detect trend based on. You can see this setting right here. What does this setting even do? Well, this is a filter setting. So by using this setting, we can filter out some of the false signals. So for example, if we click on no detection right here, you will realize that you will get more signals on the chart, but at the same time, you will get more false signals. You can also choose the SMA 50, SMA 200, and this one will filter out, most signals. It will filter out so many signals. So a good middle ground here, at least in my opinion. You can, as always, I encourage you guys to experiment on your own. But in my opinion, the way to go is to keep it simple with the SMA 50 on this setting. You can also, of course, customize the color, but we don't get into that. And if you are only trading in one direction, you can choose to only show bearish signals or only show bullish signals. But now, I want to display both kinds of signals. The next thing we, of course, need to talk about is what patterns do we want to show. And let me begin here with unchecking all the patterns here. And when it comes to what patterns to show, in my opinion, two things are important, or I'm looking out for two things. First of all, I'm looking out for simplicity, I'm looking out for effectiveness, or I'm actually looking out for three things: simplicity, effectiveness, and I also look out for how common the pattern is, because some patterns are super rare and they are, barely worth trading because they appear so seldom. So now I want to show you some of the patterns that appear very often and that are very good, at least in my opinion. And the first pattern you definitely want to include is the engulfing pattern. This pattern appears often, it's one of the best patterns. Definitely make sure to include this one. Another very classic pattern is the hammer pattern. The hammer is one of my favorite reversal patterns. This is a bullish pattern, but we also want to include the opposite of the hammer, which is the shooting star. So you want to go down and click shooting star. Another pattern I really like is the hanging man, as well as the inverted hammer. These are also reversal patterns that are super important. Other than this, you can feel free, for example, you can feel free to include the doji. The doji is an indecision candle, meaning that neither the bulls or the bears are in full control. But depending on the market context, they can be super useful. And pretty much all of these patterns are more useful in some situations than others. And if you want to dive really deep into candlestick patterns, I actually have a full 2-hour-long course right here on YouTube. So I will make sure to link that video up in the video card and description down below if you really want to master the candlestick patterns. But for now, I think that these are the most important ones. There are, as I said, tons of more patterns, but for now, we're gonna keep these settings and we're ready to go down here and press OK. So now on the chart, you will see that we have multiple signals. For example, we had a beautiful sell signal right here. After this pattern, the market completely collapsed. We had a nice bullish signal right here, a bullish engulfing, and once again, a sell signal right here. But now, we are not done yet, because now what I want to do is that, yes, this indicator can be useful, definitely useful on its own, but it's much better to be used together with something called market structure. And since this video is short, we don't have time to go super deep into market structure, but one indicator that can be super useful in finding key market structure, let me show you guys that indicator right now. So once again, you go to the indicators tab and you search for pivot points, then high, you search for pivot points, high, low, just like this. And you can see we have tons of indicators created here by the community. Some are pretty good, but I want to open up the built-in one by TradingView. Now we need to change a few important settings. So we go up here to the settings tab. The first thing we want to do is that I'm going to change the pivot high to 20, the pivot high to 2020, and also change the pivot low to 2020, just like that. And then to make it more clear, I'm going to change to white, black, just like that. And now we are ready to press OK. So in very simple terms, you can see that now we have gotten sort of black signals on the chart right here. And these points mark significant levels on the chart. These are historical important levels where the price have reversed. And when we use them together, they can create very important support and resistance levels. So for example, right here, you can notice that we had a signal. You can see we had a key reversal point right here. Then the price went up and then it came down and tested this support once again, right? You can see the bullish engulfing pattern actually came in at this support, and this makes the signal even more important. The more things we have happening at the same time, the more bullish signals we have happening at the same time, the more likely the trade is to succeed. So when we see a bullish engulfing pattern coming in at a support level, that is a good sign. And the same thing was also true with this bearish engulfing pattern right here. You can see it came in at a pivot point, but the important thing here is that this was actually a historically important level, because as you can see, all the way back here, we actually had a key pivot point. So we had a key bounce right here. Then the price broke that level. We broke below right here, and then we tested this previous support right as resistance right here. So support flipping to become resistance, that is a very common principle in technical analysis. So we flip that support, very good to see. But then we extend this one to the right, and you can see that just like that, the bearish engulfing pattern came in at that resistance. So that is beautiful to see. Yet another thing, you can see that the next bearish engulfing pattern came in at a key level right here. You can see 2 pivot points at that level. The bearish engulfing pattern came in at that point. But now you might of course wonder, well, great, you have showed me the indicator, you have shown me another indicator to get support and resistance, but how do we actually trade? Well, the most common method, let me show you guys real quick. Let's say that we trade this bullish engulfing pattern, is to enter at the candle close of the pattern. The stop loss is usually set either just below the pattern like this, or actually below the support zone. In this case, I'm gonna set it just below the pattern, and with a target level of a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio, your trade would have looked something like this. Another way that makes this good is that you set the target below this potential resistance, because this is a level where the price is likely to reverse, and here we actually saw a bearish engulfing. But alright guys, so if you really want to master candlestick patterns, I can't recommend this course enough. And it's available for free right here on YouTube. I hope I will see you all over there very soon.